Close your eyes and listen. It should have been me! Come on, we all know what this sounds and looks like. No joke, this short sequence genuinely might be the most fan service thing Zenless has ever done, which is saying a lot considering they just released a foot fetish character. I'm honestly shocked that they did something like this for a male character. With the recent reveal of Banyue, I've seen some Manato fans upset because he already got power crept. Look, I get it. After the Manato drama, let's call it, he is a very sensitive topic, but the truth of the matter is that this is a good thing.
Yummers.
You know what's better than one tall muscle daddy? Two tall muscle daddies. In fact, Banyue is actually taller. Banyue being a fire rupture unit massively benefits Manato. Usually when a new premium main DPS releases, Zenless will also release a new boss, new content, and make their weekly reset centered around the new character. Unlike new low rarity characters that usually don't get dedicated content. Since Banyue and Manato share the same class and element, that means Manato will be a good free-to-play option for the new content. For argument's sake, let's say version 2.4 has a new robot boss weak to the Rupture class and fire element. Obviously, that's made specifically for Banyue, but if you don't have the summons/money, aren't interested in him, or just want to use Manato because you fantasize about licking his biceps, what, just me? You can use him without worrying about it. Obviously, he won't perform as well as the Robot Tiger. Even if you have him at C6, realistically, base Banyue will still be better. But he should be able to get the job done as long as you get some good equipment and have Lucia, the new dedicated Rupture support. And oh, what's that? Lucia and Manato will be on the same banner? Everything your heart desires is within your grasp. All you have to do is reach out and take it. The world is your oyster. All your dreams will come true. You are amazing. You are loved. You matter. You deserve to be happy. Insert motivational phrase here. But listen. Coconuts in Barbados. At the end of the day, Manato is an A-rank main DPS character. His shelf life was always going to be short. I'm certainly surprised that he is getting replaced this fast, but it was bound to happen. But in the long term, this is a good thing. Like I said, chances are we are getting a new boss and or some new piece of content shilling Banyue, which means every single time that boss and or content enters the weekly reset, Manato will be a viable unit for that content. Look at it this way, if one day they release a new Ice Anomaly unit that is objectively stronger than Miyabi, she will still be a good unit for the Bringer boss fight because that boss fight is made specifically for her. And she will still be a quote-unquote budget-friendly option for people who already invested into her and don't want to summon for the new Ice Anomaly unit, unless the new Ice Anomaly unit is just like 10 times more powerful and the boss is like 10 times more powerful than anything the game has gotten so far, in which case Miyabi would just be power crept into oblivion. But honestly, I don't think that's gonna happen, at least not anytime soon. Maybe in a couple of years, but for right now, Miyabi should be fine even if she does get replaced. Now obviously the Banyue boss fight is not made specifically for Manato, but because their release is so close to each other, theoretically Manato should be a good free-to-play / budget-friendly option for this piece of content that we are theoretically going to be getting. See, the real problem with this entire situation is not the power creep aspect, but rather the fact that Zenless Zone Zero barely gets male characters to begin with. So the fact that we're getting two back to back is awesome. That's genuinely a great thing. However, the fact that both of them are the exact same element and class feels really shitty. Truth be told, Banyue should have been a physical Rupture character. He's releasing alongside a physical Stunner unit, so why not make him physical? That way he could completely 100% benefit from the Stunner unit. And that way Manato would still benefit from having a new Rupture boss and weekly reset content, but keep his own original element. A lot of the times when people say Zenless Zone Zero doesn't care about people who like male characters, this is the stuff that they're kind of talking about. It's all of these small little details that if you don't think about, you don't really notice. But once you really sit there and think about it, you realize how dumb a lot of their decisions are. Manato being an A rank to this day still doesn't make any sense considering he's way more important than a character like Yidhari, whatever the fuck her name was. He should have been the S rank and she should have been the A rank. It just makes way more sense. And if they did that, Banyue could have been an S rank physical rupture and it would have been perfect. Like, let's be real, we don't need another ice female main DPS character. We already have Ellen and Miyabi. We don't need another one. That being said, Banyue's release guarantees that there will always be content where Manato will be a good budget-friendly option. And hey, the Zenless developers are painfully aware of how popular Manato is now. So, who knows, maybe in a year or two they will release a brand new, insanely powerful house husband S-rank Manato. Never give up! Are you planning on summoning Manato, or will you skip him for Banyue? Or maybe you want to get double teamed and are planning on summoning for both of them. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to more directly support me, click the join button to become a channel member. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.